Welcome to the 10th lecture of linear algebra. In the last lectures, we introduced the notion of vector space, subspace, linear independence, etc. We had introduced the span in the last lecture also. Now we will be moving to the detailed discussion of linear span and spanning set. Linear span. Linear span of vectors v1, v2, vn is defined as span of v1, v2, etc. vn equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n lambda I bi for every lambda I element of R. That is collection of all the linear combinations. So this is linear combination lambda I bi is the linear combination. Then we need to took all the collection. The collection of all linear combination of v1, v2, etc. vn is called linear span. What is the span of v1, v2? 2v1 plus 3v2 can be expressed as 4v1 plus 1v2 minus 3v1 plus 8v2 root 2v1 minus 5v2 5v1 v2 or 0. Coefficient can be any real number, positive or negative, or it can be 0. So these vectors are in span. One example, u equal to 2, 2 and consider the span of u. So u equal to 2, 2 will be like this. The span of u means it will be lie on this line. All the multiples of u lie on a same line. So this 2, 2 will be lie on this line. Again 1, 1 will be lie on this line. That is half of this one. All the multiples of u lie on the same line. The span of a single vector is a line. Some exception, span of 0 is 0. Now consider two set, u equal to 2, 2 and v equal to 3, 3. Look at this diagram. U will be represented like this as we told earlier. So we have one more vector v. So it will be lie on this line. So span of two vectors is almost always a plane. If the two vector is 0, then the span is a line. If two vector points are in the same or opposite direction, the span is a line. Span is the set of all linear combination of vi. Sometimes it is called the set spanned by the vectors v1, v2, etc. vn. When the set spanned by v1, v2, etc. vn happens to be all of Rn, we say that the set v1, v2, vn spans Rn. An example. Let v1 equal to minus 2, 5, 0, minus 3, v2 equal to 4, minus 3, minus 1, 0, and b is 0, 7, 0, minus 6 is b in span of v1, v2. x1, v1 plus x2, v2 is as a solution. Solution is first we need to write the augmented matrix. First column, second column, then this b. So after that we need to find the reduced echelon form. So after row reduction we will get this matrix. You don't know about this row reduction, you can watch the previous videos. So here this row is 0, 0, last row is 0, 0. It means that the system of equation is inconsistent. The vector equation has no solution. So b is not in the span of v1, v2. Another question, let u1 equal to minus 2, 1, 1, u2 equal to 6, minus 5, minus 1, u3 equal to minus 8, 5, 3, u4 equal to minus 4, minus 5, minus 1. Does u1, u2, u3, u4 span R3? So we can use the spanning column theorem to check whether there is a pivot in every row of the matrix whose columns are u1, etc., u4, u1, u2, u3, u4. So we have 4 rows. We need to check whether there is a pivot in every row. Every row we must have a pivot. If there is pivot, then we can say that it span R3. So consider the augmented matrix. First column, u2 is the second column, u3 is the third column, and u4 is the last column. After row reduction, we will get like this. First column is u1, second column is u2, third column is u3, and fourth column is u4. So after row reduction, we will get a matrix like this. So here we are having one pivot in every row. So since there is a pivot in every row, the vectors u1, u2, u3, u4 span R3. Next theorem, the vectors v1, v2, etc. vn span Rn. The matrix whose columns are v1, v2, etc. vn has a pivot in every row. If it spans Rn means it has a pivot in every row. So sometimes you will be asking this type of questions. Is B in span of v1, v2, etc. vn? You have to follow these steps. First step is you have to set up the vector equation x1 v1 plus x2 v2 plus etc. x and vn equal to b. Then construct and row reduce the augmented matrix corresponding to this vector equation. If the vector equation is consistent, then yes, B is in the span of v1, v2, etc. vn. If the vector equation is inconsistent, then no, that is B is not in the span of v1, v2, etc. vn. Another type of question will be asked like this. Does the set v1, v2, etc. vn span Rn? You can use these steps. Using the spanning column theorem, we need to know whether the matrix whose columns are v1, v2, etc. vn has a pivot in every row. So if there is a pivot in every row, that theorem is known as spanning column theorem. Then you can construct the row reduce for the augmented matrix. If there is a pivot in every row, then yes, v1, v2, etc. vn spans Rn. If there is not a pivot in every row, then no, that is v1, v2, vn does not span Rn. Note, there was a pivot in the last column, so the vector equation is inconsistent. If there is a pivot in the last column, the equation will be inconsistent, which means that T is not a linear combination of W1, W2 and W3. Question. Is the vector 1, 0, 0 transpose in the span of vectors 4, 2, 7 transpose and 3, 1, 4 transpose? First of all, we need to check whether if we can find our lambda 1 and lambda 2 such that, so these are our vectors. We have two vectors, 4, 2, 7, 4, 2, 7 and 3, 1, 4. We need to get this 1, 0, 0. So from this, the equivalent equations are 4 lambda 1 and 3 lambda 2 equal to 1. And from the second row, 2 lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to 0. From the third row, 7 lambda 1 plus 4 lambda 2 equal to 0. So we will get an augmented matrix like this. First vector, then second vector, then this vector. So after that, row reduction form will be like this. So look at the last row. This is not possible actually. 0 equal to 2. It is not possible. So we cannot solve the system. So there is no solution since the system is inconsistent. So the vector does not lie in the span of the vectors 4, 2, 7 transpose and 3, 1, 4 transpose. Theorem. Let S be the subset of the vector space V, then span of S is the subspace of V, and this is the smallest subspace containing the set S. So any subspace containing the elements of S also contains span of S. Next definition, spanning set. The set V1, V2, etc. Vn is said to form a spanning set of the vector space V if for any V element of V there exist scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n in R such that V equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n alpha I Vi. This alpha I Vi is the linear combination. So we have vectors v1, v2, vn in V are said to span V if for every V in V is a linear combination of vectors v1, v2, etc. Vn. Vectors 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 form a spanning set of R3. For any vector v1, v2, v3 element of R3, we can write like this. Lambda 1 first vector 1, 0, 0, lambda 2 into second vector 0, 1, 0, lambda 3 into next vector 0, 0, 1. This is equal to v1, v2, v3. Therefore, if we can write like this, then therefore the vectors form a spanning set. Actually, the spanning set is not unique. Another question. The vectors 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0 forms a spanning set of R3. So R3, so there will be three vectors v1, v2, v3. It is an element of R3. So first vector 1, 1, 1. Second vector is 1, 1, 0. And third vector is 1, 0, 0. So we can write lambda 1 into 1, 1, 1 plus lambda 2 into 1, 1, 0 plus lambda 3 into 1, 0, 0. So from this, we can form the equation from the first row, lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 equal to V1. Second row, lambda 3 is 0. So we will get lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to V2. From the third row, only lambda 1 is there, lambda 1 equal to V3. So we got three equations. From the third equation, we will get lambda 1 equal to 3. Substituting the value of lambda 1 equal to V3 in 2. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2 equal to V2. Lambda 1 is V3. So V3 plus lambda 2 equal to V2. Lambda 2 equal to V2 minus V3. So we got the value of lambda 1 and lambda 2. We can substitute the value of lambda 1 and lambda 2 in the first equation. We will get the value of lambda 3. So substituting it, we will get lambda 3 equal to V1 minus V2. So it is a spanning set of R3 since each vector can be expressed in terms of others. So the first one, this is V3. So here lambda 2 is V2 minus V3 and lambda 3 is V1 minus V2. So one vector can be expressed in terms of others. So it is a spanning set. The vectors 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 form a spanning set of R3. So for any vector v1, v2, v3 element of R3, we can write like this: lambda 1 into first vector plus lambda 2 into second vector plus lambda 3 into third vector plus lambda 4 into fourth vector. So from this first row, we will get all are 1. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 plus lambda 4 equal to v1. From the second row, we have only lambda 1 and lambda 2 equal to v2. And from the third row, we have lambda 1 and lambda 4 that is equal to v3. So augmented matrix is like this. So after that, we will get a reduced echelon form like this. So from this we will get an equation like this: lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 plus lambda 4 equal to v1. Here lambda 4 is absent and there is a minus in lambda 2 and lambda 3. So lambda 1 minus lambda 2 minus lambda 3 equal to v3 minus v1. Then in last line this is minus lambda 3 minus lambda 4. So equal to v2 minus v1. Actually lambda 4 is a free variable. So we can give any value to lambda 4. Every column has pivot except last. So we can ignore last vector. If we ignore the last vector, this vector, then we will get a unique solution. Here we don't have a pivot in the last column. That means if we avoid the last vector, then we will get a unique solution. Means there are pivots in every rows and in every columns. So putting lambda 4 equal to 1, 2, 3, we will get many solution. Actually it is solvable and it will have infinitely many solution. That is a non-unique representation. Next example, the vectors 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 9 do not span R3. For any vector v1, v2, v3 element of R3, we can represent it like this. First vector 1, 2, 3, second vector 1, 3, 5, and the last vector 1, 5, 9. So from this we can write the augmented matrix, first vector, second vector, and the last vector. Then v1, v2, v3. So here in the last row we are having 0. That means the system is inconsistent and the vectors do not span R3. So in this lecture, we had studied about what is a span of a vector, and after that we had discussed about the span set. So we will continue in the next lecture.